Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm here with Amy and Cara, and we're interviewing a lady named Sister Maureen. So we're doing a project to capture people's memories for the School Digital Championship programme.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
No, I don't really know what you want to know about myself, but anyway, I was born in Kilrush, near Kilrush, and I'm teaching here in Nina since 1980. Prior to that, I was in America. I worked in California for 4 or 5 years, and I went to college in different places. I went to college in San Diego University. Then I went to UCC. I went to did my dip in my notes, and later I did a course in Mount Oliver for a whole year. So lots of experiences and variety. I did a good bit of travelling. I've been to the Holy Land. I've been to a number of countries in Europe. When I was in California, I was in New York as well, and different places in California. You know, I was teaching in California. I was teaching primary school. We had a great school there. It was a voluntary school, and it was by the coast. We had 2 schools actually, in Limor and Arrow Grande. Arrow Grande was down near the coast, not far from Pismo Beach, and the other one was near St. Lucie Obispo. Limor was near St. Lucie Obispo, not too far, in the middle of the desert. You wouldn't see much grass, only you'd see artificial grass. Now, some grass would grow if you watered it, if you watered the ground. And in the primary school there, we had a very good primary school, mixed school. The students loved their basketball matches, and mainly basketball. They were good at, very good at. And the high school had a team as well. We used to go to those as well. Now, I'm not sure, can I go on to the next question?
Yeah. What changes have you seen in education over the years?
Over the years, I'm just thinking of my own education. When I was going to school, we went to just go to a library. We used to have lots of books. Now, you didn't have television. Radio came in later. Even in the beginning, electricity wasn't even there. So you couldn't plug in the radio. It came later. It came when I was in primary school. But prior to that, you had what they call a tilly lamp. So you had no flat. My father used to read books to us. When I was in 3rd and 4th class, I remember my father reading to us at home. You know, we loved it because we did a lot of interesting books. I remember the name of them now. I remember the first book he read to us. He must have been very bored himself. Was called The Ghost Parade. It was about a school and people dressing up as ghosts. You know, that's what I do remember. We also read Treasure Island, and I'm trying to remember the ones he read. Ones like that. So and then we used to take books on ourselves, so we used to love reading. So we had time to read. It was long evenings. Summertime, you had lots of time. We lived out the country. We had lots of time. Life was easier. We had no mobile phone to take up our time, you know. And you were free. I suppose you weren't bullied. We weren't bullied in school. We weren't bullied by peers either because they didn't have phones. So you didn't have that problem. And then there was cinema. We used to go to films. Actually, we went to musicals. I was just making this taking note last night. What did we go to? We went to very high opera. We went to the La Traviata. I went with my mother. I went to La Traviata, Lily of Killarney, Faust, all of those when I was in primary school. And people used to dress up for the opera, wore long dresses, boxes of chocolate, they did all the right things. So that was the experience. And the people who were the leading actors came from England. So it was really, really good. And there was a very good choir where I was. I mean, the choir was beautiful. So we had splendid musicals and operas. I think they have videos of them today, some of those. There's still the musicals there, but not as grand. This is grand opera. Now, as I said, we didn't have mobile phones. So what else am I going to talk about? The towns were I mean, today when you go through a town today, am I going off the track there?
No, you're fine, it's fine.
Today when you go through a town, the shops are nearly gone.
Yeah.
The shops are gone. There's very little in the middle of the town. They're nearly empty. People are all gone to Dublin, trying to find a house in Dublin, panicking if they can't get one. And it's very difficult for them. So, if you like, life was more normal. I cycled to school, which was secondary school. I did music when I was in primary school, remember? My mother bought a piano. It might be a waste of time, but anyway, she did. She bought me a piano. So I did learn the piano, and my father used to play music as well. So we had music in the house. So we had music and dancing at home, you know. And then at that time, neighbours would throw a party now and again, depending if there was a visitor or someone coming back from England. Remember, we had a neighbour who would throw lots of parties. Then people would play cards in the neighbour's house, or then a lot of things happened as well. I'm just thinking, people would go to church on a Sunday. They would all go. The parents would go. There'd be no such thing as not going, because they wanted to go as a family, and they did. And they might walk, or they would drive there. Now, cars weren't up principle either, but cars came in later. Cars were there in the middle of the, beginning of 60s. More people had cars, you know. And telephones were very scarce. I mean, you couldn't, not every house had a telephone. They came in later. Shops had telephones. So if you had a business, we had a business as well. So all that came in later. We came in around 60s, early 60s. So television came in too at that time. So television was accessible in the early 60s. Well, I went to America then, so there was plenty of stuff there, of course, you know. There was television, telephone. I mean, you couldn't get over the accessibility to the telephone. So you rang everybody in the local area. Telephone was free locally. It didn't cost you anything. So that was a change. And then later I came back after college here. I taught in Colosh, Samura and Spanish Point. I've ended up in Ema. So I'm here a long time. And I like it here. What would I say about education? What was the next question?
So do you think your experience of teaching is different because you're a nun?
No, that's not different. You're a teacher, that's it. If I was teaching English, and I loved English, and I had no trouble teaching English, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. No, that couldn't make a difference to teaching a subject.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a difference to teaching a subject, because you follow the curriculum. If you had insights yourself, you shared them with the students. No, it didn't make any difference. I wasn't any different than any of the other teachers teaching. They taught religion as well, taught philosophy, taught tradition. At one stage, what else? Is that door opening and closing? It could be the outside door. What else? No, it doesn't make any difference.
What's your favourite memory as a student and as a teacher?
My favourite memory as a student? I'm trying to think. Well, I enjoyed my classes, you know. I enjoyed the classes we had. And we hadn't all nuns teachers. We had some with a mixture. If I enjoyed the subject, but my favourite memory is, I suppose, learning English. My favourite memory as a student, I'm thinking of college as well, was doing English and philosophy, studying English. And meeting poets. I remember meeting Seamus Heaney. I had John Montague. He's now on the court. He's died recently. Seamus Heaney. I was really amazed when I heard Seamus Heaney. I always remember he reading his own poetry. It sounded totally different to learning it or to reading it off the book. When he read it, it came alive. I remember John Montague reading his own poetry as well, and that was very moving too, because he brought his own emotion into it and his own reality into it. So it's totally different. So we could, and also dramas we'd have seen and all of that, you know. So those are my good memories. And as a teacher, I would love the excitement of students when they get an insight into something. They said, we never saw it that way, you know. And they would rejoice in seeing it in a new way, have a new look at things, you know, in that way. I remember doing one by Seamus with them, and all the others were away at maths, you know that one? And I asked them to write about it, and then I wrote about it myself. And they said, we never saw half of that. But they were delighted to see more in it, you know. So that's my experience. And I love teaching English. And I taught religion as well, and that was always nice as well to do. But it's totally different to be teaching English and teaching religion, even though at times there was more religion in the English than there was in the religion class. I don't know whether you find that, depending on poems. Depending on the poems you were doing. So, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Okay, thank you very much for...
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.